Welcome back.
Welcome back. Okay, we're here. No, fuck. Everyone's ruining my thing.
Welcome back.
We're back.
We're back.
Ruining my thing. God, I'm
Can we do Chinese fire to a podcast where every time someone does a slur, we switch positions?
That's fun.
Popcorn
Popcorn the slur. Someone says it, and then we like trade places.
I just like the idea of us rotating positions every 10 minutes.
True. Yeah, well, when the time comes for us to say a slur, we'll know what to do.
We'll know what to do.
Mm-hmm.
Did you guys have to?
Oh wait, no, I go this way.
Run.
Zach, go. Zach, your desk. This is retarded.
When it comes up like naturally, it can't be like.
Yeah.
Guys, yeah, it has to.
We're back.
We're back.
We do it every time we clap.
Hard reset.
That was the same time, wasn't it? Okay.
Yeah, I was,
Well, what do I know? I just...
We ended.
Thanks for listening, guys.
That's how every podcast ends. 2 minutes in, we say a slur, we go. That's right.
This is the pod.
Alright, yes.
We have 7 5-minute episodes per week. Comedians in comment sections.
Yeah, no, I hate that. That's my least favorite thing to watch
like
ever.
commenting on their own.
Yeah.
I hate when it's like, I think I know what you're talking about. People like repost a clip that they posted, and it'll be like a hate comment that like low-key kind of gets them, where it's like, this person is not funny, there's no punchline here. And they'll be like, oh, what a loser. Like,
Oh, yeah.
talking shit on the
like,
person that
Your
commented.
hairline sucks.
Legitimate criticism. And
Yeah.
Like, look at this asshole on the internet. What a hot take.
And it's just a guy being like, this wasn't for me.
Really trite observation, really unoriginal, delivery's bad.
Yeah. So.
Yes.
I also hate that.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Oh, dude, I got
Okay, you go.
heckled so bad on Friday.
Oh, I did hear about this. I heard you crushed though, from John.
Oh,
Wait,
from
what
John?
happened?
Yes.
Yeah.
John who?
John Ocean Thomas.
Oh, from John.
John, yes.
Yeah, dude, it was nuts. I got heckled by 2 lesbian black women in a very like woke, liberal, like white, mostly white audience. So like they heckled me, and there was just like nothing I could do. I couldn't fight back because then the audience I was doing a do-rag joke.
And there was just 2 large black women in the back of the room.
And in the middle of the joke, this one line didn't get a laugh, and so I pulled the like, oh, if there were more black people here, that would have gotten a laugh. And then all the white people were like, ha 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 ha. And then one of these black girls in the back was like, nah, we just ain't laughing. And
Yeah, you
dude,
can't come back from that. That's
crushed.
Yeah.
It destroyed.
Oh, they laughed at her.
Yes.
Oh, you're getting, that's tough.
Yeah. They were like, we're on her side. And there was no fighting back from that. I can't be like, bitch, you nappy head. I don't even know what it is. I don't know.
Well, you should know that's not the direction to go.
Normally when people do that though, because like, you got kind of unlucky, because normally like when someone makes that move, the black people laugh and the white people go, oh, it's all cool.
People did laugh when I said that. But once that laugh died down, from the back of the room.
Tough.
Yeah, dude.
John did tell me though that they were bad for everybody, bad enough that 20 minutes before the show ended, he was like, hey, for real, there's 20 minutes left, but you guys have been so disruptive. I'll give you your money back and a free drink on the way out if you leave right now.
Damn.
Yeah.
And they took him up on it. They just took off.
And then Josh went up immediately. He did that right before his headline.
Of course he did. He was like, I just want to get you guys out of here. I want to have a good set.
Yeah.
That's pretty funny, actually.
No, it was tough because they were like heckling, but they weren't like being really that mean. They were kind of like having fun, you know.
Yeah.
It's tough also when they're like the only 2 black people in there.
Yes.
And they're just having fun being loud, and you're like, you guys are ruining this, but you know, we can't.
Guys, if there are actual racist people in here, you're making them so much more racist.
You're assisting in racism right now.
Yeah.
Assisting in racism, fun podcast name.
There we go, we got it.
Assisting in racism. AIR? Air?
Air.
Yeah.
Air. Yeah. I like that. That's something.
Air of racism. we don't have a podcast name, and
comment below the podcast name.
really quick, I was editing the last week's podcast, and there was a point where we started talking about like how comedians hold the mic.
Yes,
And at one
which was
point,
autistic.
all of us go like, we keep talking, we're just like holding the mics
Oh,
like
yeah.
this, and there's no audio.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
just-
You can't hear anything. I saw that. Yeah.
There's no audio.
Well,
Yeah. It was an act out, you know.
we're very.
So lost in the moment. So I started this podcast, I get so just lost in the moment.
I think our strength and weakness is we treat it like we're not on a podcast.
Yes,
Yes.
that is our strength.
This is just a, we should do this in a diner.
True, yeah.
Diner pod would
Yeah.
be fun.
That would be great.
We should do this
Like 2 a.m.
Yeah.
we should
2
do this
a.m. diner
somewhere
pod?
Yeah.
incredibly inconvenient, like the DMV or something, and just ruin people's days.
Our server's like,
We should-
can I get you like anything? Like after the podcast.
We're doing an ad right now.
I can't pod on a full stomach.
God.
You bitch.
Man.
DMV would be good.
Our waitresses go out of the kitchen like, yeah, every time they say a slur, they switch seats. I don't know why.
They keep switching seats
Who
every
got
time
the
I walk
omelet?
away.
I don't know.
Yeah. I think they forgot to press record, but they're still going.
Man.
Diner hang last night was fun. I'm sad you missed it.
Yeah.
Where'd you go?
I had to get back home to the lady.
You had to go be an adult. I'm sorry.
The
I had
old
to get back
bag.
home to the woman.
What do you guys do
I can't
together?
wait till I start making money from this and I can be up as late as I want because it's my job. It's my goddamn job to be at a diner with my retarded friends until
Yes.
3 in the morning.
Yeah, this is a work expense. I was going to Golden Apple and telling him
Yes.
it's our friend's birthday.
Me watching a cooking comedy show and getting very high, and then making mildly racist comments. This is a job.
I hated that show so much.
Yeah, that was a.
I also
not-
rarely am I like. It wasn't that. It was me. It was fully me. I was so anxious and in my head. I hated. Where I was like, oh, this wasn't even that bad of a crowd. I was just like, I've never been more anxious on stage.
Yeah.
Explain the show for the.
Oh, it's sauteed stand up, which is a fun. I like Tad and Katie and all the people that run it, but it's like. It's 2-on-2 cooking, so you're in like an intense timed cooking situation. Which our dish we were doing salad, steak, and eggs. So like, all of our cooking was the last 20 minutes. We didn't even throw on the steak or the eggs until, for real, 15 minutes before we had to plate everything. It was so stressful. And then in the middle of that, I had to like take my gloves off, keep the apron on, and just go do 10 minutes of stand up. Well, people are just cooking right beside you.
Yeah.
I've never been more stressed.
Yeah. It's
Honestly,
really
like you're competing with the cooking.
Yeah.
Like you're just distracted. Yeah.
it's a very
I didn't
insane
care about the
show.
set. I did not think about a single joke I was going to do until Tad called my name.
Yeah.
You called the audience a pussy like 4 times.
Yeah.
You guys are pussies.
I asked Zach afterwards, I was like, did I bomb? And he was like, no, but I could tell you were mad at
Yeah.
him.
That was one of the few sets I could tell you were pissed off.
I did 8 minutes. I called them bitches probably 4 times,
Yeah.
right?
There's like 4 times the other
It was like
It was-
4 different jokes where I was like, you guys are pussies for not laughing.
Mhm.
Meanwhile, I was just delivering dark jokes with no confidence because I was terrified.
Everyone, all 4 of you did seem a bit rattled. I mean, because it's like,
Yeah.
there's like steam billowing into the room
Yeah.
from your left and right because someone who doesn't know how to cook is
Yeah.
trying to make a meal for like professional chefs.
And you can hear the other 3 like whispering intensely
Yeah.
and like trying to get things organized, which I don't blame. I was doing the same thing.
The show is fun. It does fuck up the grand finale when the judges taste it. When the judges are just like actual chefs, I think.
Mm-hmm.
They're not
Not
even like
funny.
funny. They're
No.
just like, oh yeah, you could add more salt to this, or parsley, and then it's like this big event.
Yeah, because
It
we've been doing.
completely ruins the momentum.
At that point, we've been doing jokes on stage for an hour.
Yeah,
And now here's no jokes. on
yeah, for
stage.
10 minutes to
Yeah.
wait to see who wins.
And
Yeah.
then in
Kinda-
between every set, the host would
It is
come on
fun.
and like riff with the room.
Yeah,
That's another. Then you also got to be in the pocket for that
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
cooking.
You got to be paying attention so you can riff something.
yeah.
I was proud I told Lucy to kill herself. That was nice.
yeah.
I was really proud of that riff. It was the only good
That's
part
where
of that
after
set.
the, yeah, that was very funny. That was good.
Also, we were so hateable.
You and Josh?
Yeah,
I
it
mean,
was for
just
real.
the
It was
guys,
2 young women that were so kind
yeah.
that had no idea what they were doing and were making pancakes.
Yeah.
And then 2 grown men being like,
Making-
we're making steak
Yeah.
and we're going to fucking destroy you. And they don't even know that we're all friends.
Yeah,
I
guess hearing
I
that
felt
out of
real
context
hateable.
would have been weird. Yeah, because you should kill yourself. And they're like, why would he say that? Yeah.
Well,
Man. Yes. Guys,
Yeah.
I want to
What's
rotate,
going
but
on?
I don't want to say a slur.
thoughts on... You guys say there's going to be a new pope?
Yes.
Alright.
Oh, Pope died this morning.
Pope died.
R.I.P.
Pope
R.I.P.
died.
Francis.
Rip Francis. How do they go about finding a new pope? Do you guys know?
Hunger Games.
Hunger Games?
Pope
Can
Hunger Games.
I pitch something?
From each district.
Whoever can touch this kid the fastest, you're the new pope.
Yeah.
Can we,
The cornucopias.
can we name the podcast Rest in Peace Pope Francis?
I'm down for that. We can do that. Yes.
The Pope Francis Chronicles.
But is there like an election though of the pope?
The cardinals get together. There's like a
Cardinals?
committee of lower popes.
What if we named the podcast like it's a library, like the Pope Francis Memorial Podcast?
Was it this pope was cool with like gay people? That's what made him.
That's why he
huge,
died.
right? That's why.
Yeah.
That's why he was assassinated.
Whatever it is.
Has the Pope ever been assassinated? Probably, right?
Oh, probably at least once.
I was raised Catholic. I should know this.
Dude.
How many popes have there been?
Like 50. It's about as many as presidents, I think. Actually,
Wasn't
I'm so
there-
wrong about it. There's way more.
Wasn't there one of them that
There's
just
like
quit?
way more
Dude,
now. I'm
it's been going
sorry.
on for so
It's
long.
been on so much longer.
Yeah.
Wasn't there one of them to just quit being the pope?
Yeah.
But
John Paul II, I believe, just like stepped down.
that's so funny.
Which is sick.
Because like being a pope has taken such a toll on my mental health.
Yeah.
To be like, yo, y'all are low key toxic. I gotta get out of
Like
here.
you just see him like eating at Subway now. That's me. I was the pope. I'm sorry.
I'm thinking like how awesome would it be if there was a pope with just a hard, heavy Chinese accent.
Also, is there like a way to?
Can barely say Vatican.
Yeah. Like, but does he just transition to just regular life? Like just working at like a Chinese restaurant? Like, is that a thing you can do?
Oh, well, I mean, by the time they step down, they're like so old. They're like deathly ill.
Yeah.
When that guy stepped down, he was.
Oh,
He was pretty ill.
Oh, yeah.
He was pretty done. They usually can't fly and stuff. Like that's.
Mhm. They're really just such
It's gonna be
useless
weird to
members
see
of
like
society.
the Pope in like Spirit Airlines flight, just
Yes.
like waiting to get on.
The exit row is like,
Scanning. Yeah.
sir, I need verbal confirmation, sir.
It's like, yeah, I'm 18B. Can you?
I don't care that you're Pope
Full
Francis.
Pope out.
I don't care if you're the Queen of England. I need you to say it.
Yeah.
Just TSA, sir. We need you to take the hat
That's-
off.
Yeah.
Sir, hats and belts in the bins.
Sir, I don't care how hungry you are or what your diet says. Yogurt is technically a liquid. You need to throw it out.
I feel like if like an old Spanish dude did that, claiming to be the Pope and was the Pope, they would be secondary questioning immediately. They wouldn't. People don't recognize the Pope. At least
Yeah, it's
most
fair.
people.
If you were just like an old man that dressed up in Pope robes,
Yeah, it was
you
like
would believe it.
I am the Pope. They'd be like,
Yeah, dude.
you need to.
You'd be like somebody's got to protect
This
this
is his
guy.
last ride. Yeah.
Yeah.
Man.
You wonder if, like, you know how they have like people that dress up as like the Sesame Street characters in like New York City,
Yeah.
in Times Square. I wonder if people in Rome just dress up as like the Pope.
I wonder if they're as like
It is like half clan outfit. That is.
true.
It's just
Yeah.
the white robe. And also kind of a yarmulke. What's with that? What's this thing?
Oh, can I share something Jewish and fun?
Go ahead.
I saw for Bob.
The weather was
Keane-
nice today. Yeah.
Shout out.
Okay, Bob
Go
Keane
ahead.
and Ariel's wedding. These are two comedian friends of ours, and
You were there.
no, I
Okay.
just saw pictures of it. Bob wore a yarmulke
That's pretty
because
normal.
he was marrying a Jewish woman.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. I didn't know they did that. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. No,
That's
that's
like
pretty normal.
assimilating to her culture.
I'll be doing that. I'll be full yarmulke. I'll be.
Yeah. I'm gonna marry a black woman and just wear basketball shorts. Like a real baggy
And one. Yeah.
I'm marry a black woman and not show up.
Yeah. Wait for the wedding. Yeah. Man. Yeah, I was thinking about that. Just like dating the black lady for like 3 years, because like our parents would jokingly talk about us getting married, and the idea of that happening is so insane.
Marriage.
A half Jewish, half black wedding.
Oh yeah.
They're just playing like 21 Savage while
Matzo
we're doing
balls!
the. Yeah. Yeah.
They lift the chair in the air and they get arrested for stealing it.
They dunk the chair.
That's so racist. The chair they lift up
Also-
is just a stolen front seat from a Cadillac.
Yeah.
Half the women there are named Yamaka.
That's great.
Alright, this one will
No,
left.
because half the... Because there's like the Jewish dancing, it's like the hora,
Mhm.
where it's like you all hold hands and then just like
Call me.
run in a circle. And it's like
Yeah.
just that compared to
One
black guys, Jamaican black dudes bringing it.
The inner circle is all Jewish people, and the
Yeah.
outer circle is black, and they're going way faster.
Yeah. Just my
Jewish
dad
black
sweating.
wedding is so fun.
My dad with an inhaler trying to keep. But Jew is black, black is Jew. So according to Kanye,
What are like the what's the triangle of Zion? Isn't that a thing?
are you thinking about the elders of Zion? Because that's a very different.
I don't know. I
Oh,
thought
the
it was
triangle.
like,
The elders of Zion is the most anti-Semitic text.
that's not
Yes.
what I was going for.
Yeah, I've never heard of this.
I don't know. I thought maybe you would know. This is something I've heard of.
Yeah.
Oh, you were supposed to explain Judaism to us today.
Oh yeah.
How was that? Why are we just like totally going off of Max doing the Chinese presentation?
Because
I know, we do need
you
I,
that.
had
no,
it.
that comes first.
Presentation on the
Wrong
Chinese government.
buffer.
I have,
I can
like-
do a Jewish thing.
It's
but
tough
I don't
because
know.
I have like actual things I can do.
Yeah.
I-
It's tough because
I-
this isn't that important.
Yeah.
I should
We
start-
can, okay, like we can do it.
Yeah.
I don't want to like riff the Jewish one.
Yeah.
I need a presentation. I need time.
Yeah.
Unless you guys both want me to. Max,
Also,
I want to see you do the Chinese accent and do it.
Yo,
so,
I'll riff some shit about China. I'm not a
Yeah.
coward.
Yeah, riff about the Chinese government.
Yeah.
Oh, they're so good. Never tell me what to do. Never impede on my rights.
Yes.
Also, do want to point out we
Take-
didn't
we're
set
gonna
up
take
lighting
notes,
or
yeah.
anything. We didn't do shit for this podcast.
I mean,
What?
You just pressed record and we're like, we're rolling.
This is what I've done every
I
time.
feel like we this is like
This is our setup.
our
Yeah.
standard of like setting up lighting is like turning a lamp kind of towards us.
Yeah,
Yes.
we just point the lamp at us. For real, that's the only reason I commented that, because I was like, man, the lamp's pointing straight up today.
Yeah.
He didn't point the lamp at us. I was looking over like, fuck, we gotta start over. The lamp's not pointing
Or
at us.
falling apart.
My Target $70 lamp is not pointing at us. Meanwhile, OnlyFans on the Zoom call was like, do you guys record in 4K? I was like, I mean, technically, yeah.
You know how like black guys will shoot dice in the subway?
Yeah.
Or just imagining them doing that with a dreidel.
Playing craps with dreidels. Just lighting up a joint with a menorah.
Man.
Rukataru bitch ass motherfucker. Rukataru 9.
Good.
Yeah, right. Thanks, man.
Controlling the weather, but in a black way.
Riffs.
Okay, Max, now you go.
In a black way.
Locks is just like block picking.
That's fun.
There you go.
Rotate. We gotta rotate.
Yes. I did go to Jamaica. Did I say that before?
Nice.
I went to Jamaica. Saw the whole family. And it wasn't like
Oh, your ex-girlfriend?
yeah.
Ah.
It wasn't like, beaches. It was like Kingston, Jamaica, like
Mhm.
hardcore. I was the only white person for
Mhm.
miles.
Mm,
And it was good to tell them about my culture and,
Yeah.
my
nice.
people. It was nice.
What
There
did you
was
share?
one black guy who did think that I was a light-skinned black guy. And
That's gotta feel nice.
that was the best moment of my
Yeah.
entire life.
So sick.
I danced, I said it to him. And then my girlfriend was like, no, he's just Jewish. But
Don't
Anyways.
tell me he's Jewish. This one betrayed me trust.
yes.
Zaglis, how could ya?
Exactly. That's what he said.
Is that what the heckler
Yeah.
sounded like on
That's-
Friday?
In my head, yeah.
Yeah.
God damn.
It'd be so funny if you busted back at them with a Jamaican accent. What is you talking about?
There is the subtle, like, you gotta code switch a little bit, though, you know?
No.
No? I did, like, there was, when we arrived, I remember this, when we arrived there into the taxi, there was a guy, and he was like, where are we going? And then we said the address, and I was like, yeah, it's right there, man. I did that. And I don't do this once in my
That's
life.
code switching.
Yeah.
This might be the
I was like a
whitest
black
thing.
guy, am I like this?
This is the whitest thing
This
anyone's
is the-
ever done.
I was trying to, I did my best to make him feel comfortable.
Oh, dude, wait, I got a fun one for you.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Okay.
Okay, we're at the diner last night. John, JOT is telling a story. It's droning on a little bit too long. And then we all looked on to the end of the table, and Jack hasn't spoken in probably 20 minutes, and he's under the table itching his leg. But we don't see him, so it just looks like he's jerking off under the table, staring directly at Josh. And everyone collectively was like, Zach, what the fuck?
Yeah, I was jerking off. Sorry.
I've never been more surprised. You were just leaning
I was
in.
jerking off. Yeah. No, you guys were too far away. I was having a good moment.
I can't paint this visual enough for you
I can,
Yeah.
That's awesome.
of just turning to the head of the table and it's Zach jerking off under the table.
I mean, I did have the most brutal moment of my life at the lodge,
Oh, spill this.
where I so met the lady. I don't know if I told you this. I met the lady.
Which lady? Oh, the one you meant. Okay.
No,
The lady.
John's lady.
Oh, gotcha.
John's lady's sister showed up. No one told me this, and I said, "Hey, I was fucking around," and I was like, "Nice to meet you. I'm your daughter's boyfriend."
Oh, wait.
And it's her sister.
It's her sister.
He's implying that it's her mom.
Yes.
Oh.
She did look a little
She
older.
did look a little
and she
older.
is
I'll defend
older.
Zach.
She is
but-
older.
That was the first thing you said.
That was the first thing I said, and then we just sat in a diner for an hour of me just eating a Western omelet and going, like, how you doing? Yeah, it's very bad.
Did you say that in earnest?
What?
Did you say that in earnest?
I was trying to joke pretending I was the boyfriend.
Yeah.
But I
did-
said in earnest thinking,
thinking that was her mom.
100%.
That's
Yeah.
so tough.
That's,
know.
I mean,
Yeah.
Woo!
oh.
God
Indeed.
damn, dude. Impossible to recover from.
Yeah, really difficult. And then I just
One of the worst
turned
first
to
impressions.
turned to her brother and talked about improv for an hour. I was like, oh, Second City's weird, right? Yeah. Chris Farley's funny.
Also, her sister's kind of hot.
Yeah.
She does look older, but
Yeah.
So tough.
you know what I mean? Like, you know when a girl is attractive enough that you know if you imply that she's old, it will bother her.
Yeah.
29, like 29 to
Yes.
34. Yeah.
Yeah.
She's like an attractive 30-ish woman.
She's a hot ass. You could be a hot ass 30-year-old.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, bitch, you 30.
Yes.
Maybe that's the name of the pod. Like no recovery.
No
'Cause
recovery.
I couldn't
No
recover
recovery.
from that heckle. Zach couldn't recover from a
Like
social
that.
blunder. What couldn't you recover from, AJ? Nothing. This guy doesn't stop.
This guy's unstoppable.
What couldn't I recover from? I mean, do you want like deep answers or like? What if I was just like
My
my
own
mother's
depression.
passive?
Yeah.
I don't know.
You maybe we name something else.
Yeah.
In recovery, but none of us were all still drinking. Well, Max is sober.
Max is sober.
I so deeply want to do some kind of drug, but I just don't have the time anymore.
Yeah, you're such an adult now.
You can schedule it in. You can.
Let's do Molly. Let's go to a concert and do Molly.
I'm down.
You did pitch that like a 30-year-old man.
Yeah.
Guys, I got ideas. Fellas, let's go to a concert and do Molly.
Let's just cut loose. You
No
know?
concert in mind, just a concert.
Let's go to Shuba's.
That was.
Yes.
I really just ate.
I mean, it's got to be on a weekend, but like, you know, let's go to a concert.
It does have to be on a weekend.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Well. Yeah.
No recovery is not bad.
I like No Recovery. I'm a fan of that.
Stumble recovery, like a video game.
Mm-hmm. That's good. Fumble recovery.
Can we say every episode like respawn, like Call of Duty? Like we respawned episode.
We've respawned.
We respawned.
At the beginning, that's the new thing we're gonna say.
Is that before or after the
Yes.
clap?
This wasn't worth saying. Let's talk about something else.
I say the opening of every podcast goes, you say respawn, you clap, and you go, we're back.
Being a very podcast, let's just do word association for 10 minutes just to get us warmed up.
Just to warm up a little bit?
Yeah.
That would be so funny to run a podcast, but you open it with improv games, like icebreakers.
I'm down. Zip, zap, zop. You guys ever played that?
No. How do you play?
You go zip, and then you go zap to anyone. Next person goes zop. I know this
And you
from
pass it.
paying $10,000 to take a class. So.
What is this? How does this help? How does this help?
If there's more people, it helps more because it keeps you like
On
ready
your
to.
toes, paying attention.
Yeah.
Oh,
To
and
just,
someone
like,
someone
hear
says
and
zap
respond.
when they're supposed to say zop,
Yeah.
and it's like ha.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then everyone has a good laugh and they chuckle.
But then
And
you keep going. You keep going really fast.
And then there's one girl in your improv group that you're like, I would like to have sex with her.
Yeah.
That's usually how it goes.
That's
the
currently
hot-
happening right now.
One of the hot girls from my acting class in Second City from like a year ago did just get engaged, and it did break my heart.
That's a damn
tough.
shame.
It's tough when someone you were probably never going to have sex with, when that becomes an
Bro,
option.
forget
Yeah.
having sex. I probably was never gonna see her in person again. I'm just mad that now she's not gonna be hot online anymore.
Yeah.
That does upset me. That's like when you, like your favorite athlete retires.
Yeah.
You're like, damn, dude,
Reminiscing all those photos.
this is all it's
Yeah.
ever gonna be.
Yeah.
There's gonna be no new content. It's like when a rapper
Yeah,
dies
shit.
and you're like, we're not getting a new album.
Nipsey.
Pitch here. When women get married, they should put out posthumous Instagram posts.
That's
Like,
good.
I'm not a whore anymore, but
Yeah,
here's
yeah.
what I would have posted if I still was.
Dude,
I like that.
I just had this today walking here. This girl I went to high school with followed me, and in the back in the day, she used to be quite the dame.
Yeah.
But now she's like got her life together in med school, like dating a guy, and like I was hoping this would be more of a walk down memory lane. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. There was a girl in my high school who got engaged twice senior year. She was borderline.
Two different people?
Yes. She
High
claimed to
school?
be engaged. Yes. Claimed to be engaged twice, and then one time she was like psycho. So I just randomly was like, "Hey, I like you. Want to like get married or something?" And she was like, "Yep, let's do it."
Wow.
So she
She's
was
Amish.
insane.
Zach's engaged.
I'm engaged technically. You can just say you're engaged. There's no proof on that. I'm engaged.
You just buy a wedding ring.
Yeah, you don't have to.
Yeah.
Engaged and bisexual, two things. Just
Yeah, you
claim
can just
it, no
say
one's
it.
going to challenge it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Was
Yeah,
she
it
like
was-
was she like crazy?
Yeah,
like,
she was-
religious, or.
No, just crazy, like mentally insane,
Mm-hmm.
but cool enough to like stay in classes. Like, there was one time where she was like trying to impress us, and she was like, "What should I do right now? What should I do?" And we were like, I don't know. Like, she kept pestering us during study hall, and we were like, "We want to just like do like 50 push-ups or something," and then she just dropped and did like 30 and like passed out. It was so weird. Such a weird lady. I can't even describe her.
It sounds
I
like
don't-
you bullied a woman into doing push-ups.
It sounds bad, but
Yeah.
everyone was doing it, and she was fucking insane. She also just claimed to be pregnant like 5 times. Just said, "I'm pregnant." She's like, "I missed the assignment. I'm pregnant."
We actually did have a girl that did that, like to get attention. She'd be like, "Oh,
Yeah.
I'm pregnant."
It was a lot of that, just for attention. Just
When
like,
the knee braces weren't working, they'd be like, "I'm pregnant."
Yeah.
I knew a chick who like faked like her own grandmother's like own like obituary, or like what's the thing for a funeral, the like the pamphlet.
Oh, like the funeral card or whatever.
She made one of those for her dead
Yeah.
grandmother who wasn't dead.
Who
to
was
get out of
alive?
Yeah. To get out of like an assignment.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I kind of
You
respect
could just
that.
say your grandparent died. No one's really fact checking.
She really went all.
No one's asking for documents.
Prove it. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah.
Teacher's like, "Can you send me the newspaper the next morning?" I mean, I've just been claiming COVID for the last 3 years for any assignment.
You should say you've COVID.
I just go COVID. It's still, it's fucked me up.
Tearing me apart.
It's long COVID, so
No way to recover from it.
yeah.
No recovery.
What?
And that's a callback.
No recovery.
But all I do is cry.
I'll go Crowder.
So
What do
is
we
it-
call it? The crowd work podcast.
And what if the name for Instagram is called Crowdwork Clips?
Crowd work clips?
Yeah.
I don't hate this.
Okay, here's an idea.
That's for sure taken though, right?
Maybe
Maybe not.
Crowdwork podcast. We have like a green screen of like a fake audience, like a Zanies has that like camera.
Mhm.
So we just show an audience, and each of us tries to do crowd work with someone who's not there.
Okay.
No, I actually hate that idea.
I like that.
Someone on this podcast needs
I
to be
like that.
honest. I hate that so
I like
much.
that.
You want to do crowd work with a picture
Yeah.
and upload that to the internet.
Yeah.
I don't think this podcast is in a position to be shutting down. All of this is retarded.
That's a good point. Yes,
I
as
think we have
one of us
standards
is
here
sitting
right
at the desk to be like, no, we can't go insane here. We can only film in the bed.
Yeah.
Zach, we can't do crowd work from the
Yes.
bed, you idiot.
Or we hire people to come in here and pretend they're a stand-up audience. And
We bring in
each-
one person per episode. We don't tell them what we're doing. We have them sit in the corner
Yeah.
and make fun of them.
We
Yeah.
start.
We don't give them a microphone.
No microphone.
They start
Just
talking.
go, "Are
Like,
you
shut
dating?"
up! Shut. You're not.
Yeah.
You want to be on the pod so bad, and you'll never be on.
We'll never be. We're paying them like $300. Like, why am I here? Like, all right. Just whenever there's a lull, we just get. What do you do for work? We just keep asking them the same questions.
Yeah.
So.
We should do it on the balcony. There is one here. What were we gonna say?
There's not a balcony here.
Hey, you have like the
I have the
upstairs
roof.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
We could do
Yeah,
roof
fine,
pod.
yeah.
Roof pod. What?
Every time I'm on the roofs, I do. I always contemplate.
How many times have you
How many-
been on my roof?
No, just any
Just
thing of
any
this
roof, okay.
size. You get like how many stories confirms you die if you jump? You know.
We're at 10. I don't think this would do it.
You don't think I would do it?
No, I think you'd break a lot of bones. I don't think you'd die.
From
That's worst
falling
case
from
scenario.
10 stories?
I think
Yeah.
10 would do it.
Dude, I
Am
think
I an
this-
idiot?
I think this is, yeah,
Yeah.
I think this
Really?
is like certain death, yeah.
You're saying it like you've done it before. It's 10, you'll be fine.
I think 10 is fine.
10. Then what number?
Bro,
I'm not saying you're walking away. Like, you're going to go to the hospital.
I think 10 is like,
Do you think anyone ever jumped out of
if
one
you,
of the
if you
9/11?
land on solid concrete.
Like cement.
Like no, like, you know, umbrella to bounce off of, like, in a video game.
The problem is I can't Google this without somebody calling me and being like, are you okay?
Do you think anyone jumped out of like the first tower and survived,
No.
and then was killed by the second tower? It's like they were like, I made it. I'm safe. This was crazy. And then 7 minutes later, they die immediately.
Imagine,
I think that's a funny
imagine
idea.
like you worked on the first floor of the tower of the first tower, and so you got out, and then you sought
Just watched.
refuge. No, you sought refuge in the second tower. Like you went next door.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah,
To like
yeah.
sheltered
You'd be-
place.
Yeah, like, oh, I'm good. I'm fine now.
Yes. Well, to be fair though, that's like lightning strikes twice. Where you're like, the least likely place for a plane to hit is the building right next to it.
Yeah.
I guess, yeah. But this isn't lightning. This is radical Islamists.
Well, it's a hoax. But
Did I tell you guys this? Recently worked with a comedian who was a veteran with PTSD. End of the weekend,
Zach O'Ryan
came up to me.
I'm sorry, that was big. Zach, I love
Came
you.
up to me
Please don't.
and
Please don't
said
hurt me.
that she believes Bush did 9/11.
Nice.
Wow.
So she was just over there for the vibes.
Oh, but she's a woman.
She was, yeah.
Oh, wait. She was in Iraq?
Yes, in Iraq, got PTSD.
She
from
probably,
the war.
she probably thinks that after the fact, right?
No, she said that she would talk about it with other people. And they were like, yeah. we think
She's
so."
like, I just love killing brown people.
Exactly. Like, just being there for the
Yeah, it's
laughs.
funny to be against the country but still go to the military.
Yeah.
I think Bush did it, and it's a great excuse to blow up brown children. I don't see the problem.
Bush did it, free trip.
I mean, I've always
That's-
wanted to see Aleppo, Syria, so, I mean, here we are. Assad's a pretty cool guy.
Also a pod idea. We could incorporate a foot pun in there. So that we acknowledge our roots.
Mmm.
Something of socks,
Like-
something of feet.
Nail bed. Socks, feet, heel, plantar fasciitis.
This podcast socks.
Wow. Wow.
Sock your rocks off.
This is Canvas stuff.
I like this podcast sucks.
Toenailed it.
Toenailed it. I like that. Let's do that.
Stubbed.
Stubbed.
3 little piggies.
3 little piggies is so stupid. What about this little piggy committed suicide by jumping out of the tower at 9/11? Full title.
9/11 was a hoax.
We all retarded.
Let's talk about others. Let's talk about Pope stuff.
Yeah. Should we say a prayer on the podcast?
We could do a prayer.
Okay.
We could do a mid-pod prayer.
Mid-pod prayer.
Dear Jesus, thank you for food and water and mommy and daddy and even daddy when he wears a wig and a dress and yells at mommy and my brother. Amen.
I once
I started that.
Well, we are the only podcast that Max did that, and then you just went right into a different sentence.
I had a.
No, I mean it's kind of related.
I didn't have an end game there. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
No, but then Zach was like, all right, let's just new sentence now. I was noticing that at the Dino last night. The way that we communicate as a friend group, it works because we're all comics, so we're used to like moving on quickly. We all have ADHD.
Yeah.
But anyone that listens to it from the outside is like, are they all schizophrenic? Because we're all having our own conversations and just waiting till the other person is done.
Dude, also
Yeah,
now it's
somewhat,
like it
but-
ruins because. Are you sorry?
Nah, all right. I was trying to get some momentum
AJ,
on what you
go ahead.
said.
No.
My bad.
Yes. Just one time I was with that Jamaican lady. I don't know why I'm talking about her so much today. But it was the first time we were having dinner, and they all sat around the table, and I was like, this is crazy. Like, what are we going to pray or something? And at that moment, they all started holding hands and then praying in front of me immediately. And I just had to sit there and laugh uncomfortably.
Who do they pray to?
You guys-
Bob Marley?
Yeah.
Who do they pray to? Some black Jamaican guy? Did they do a prayer in a really black way, Zach?
That is also a thing, is you think in Jamaica they would have a more authentic version of, like, Bob Marley, like, I don't know, like, different, like, not the stereotypical Bob Marley Jamaican flag.
They
Like
still
merch
have
stuff?
the banana with dreadlocks.
Literally, I'm not even joking, the same exact things we have here. It's like, you think it's like knockoff here? That's what they have there.
Banana with dreadlocks.
Yeah.
So funny.
Like, it's so stereotypical.
Hey, throw the ring onto the milk pot to win a prize. We have Jigglypuff, Pikachu, and that 6-foot banana.
Max, that was really racist of you. You gotta get your shit
This is
together.
super racist,
Yeah,
dude.
dude. I'll never
Max,
get a real
I don't
job.
approve of that type of stuff.
Do you want the burpees at the desk while you do the pod?
I would like that.
Oh,
You
true,
can have
yeah.
You can go grab the burpees if you want. Put them in front
I
of you.
want people to think that I earned them. I can't put them on now.
Go grab them.
Don't worry, I'll edit this.
Okay, good.
Yeah, we'll cut this part out.
Boop, and then like the dead TV screen.
Okay, how many slurs can we fit in before he gets back?
I was gonna say, I've like, being a comedian, like now, like if I'm with a normal group of people, I'll like try to initiate a riff,
Yes.
and when no one bites, I'm like, what the fuck? Are you idiots?
What is wrong with you guys? That was a
Yeah.
perfect setup.
I mean, we could.
We
There's
were gonna riff.
we're gonna walk past gold.
Yes. And they're like, my son's doing great. And you're like, the Jamaican banana bit was funny, and it wasn't over. God.
We're back. A lot's changed. I'm now an award-winning comedian. You guys hear that?
For what, biggest dicks in your ass? But in like a black way.
Oh, the hits keep coming.
This is what we mean about riffing.
Biggest, yes. Biggest cocks in my asshole. Thank you to the suburban comedy scene. Thank you to Kyle Allen.
Ooh, best comedian on social media.
I have thought about bringing these to suburban open mics, and every time a joke bombs, just putting one on the stool.
That'd be a funny bit. Like,
I might do that.
yeah.
It is a Dundee situation.
Yeah.
These are done.
Like, who came up with this idea?
Matt Drufke is our.
Jerry Homby.
Yeah.
I was gonna say Michael Scott, but yeah. These are the Dundies. I won 3 Burpees, and then for real, 6 hours later, my mom died. And I was getting so many congratulation messages as I was just like crying in the hospital.
Oh my god, dude.
I was like for real in like the darkest despair.
Congrats on your social media, bro.
And everybody was like, "Oh my god, you crushed it last night." I was like, "Thanks."
This is fucked up, but she held on just long enough to see her son achieve
She
greatness.
just wanted to see her son win Burpees.
Yeah.
That's how she would have wanted it. I mean, every parent when they have a child is like, God, I just wish I could live long enough to see them win suburban
Only-
comedy awards.
Only my loser son could get a Burby. What? Explain the Burbies to the podcast.
So there's Chicago comedy. This is not that. This is the suburbs of Chicago. They have their own kind of scene, and they do an award show every year. And they give out awards for best comedian on social media. I'm realizing, okay, this is as I say it. The people that run it actually are not that bad, and they also don't take it too seriously, to the point that it usually just becomes a party. The awards are pretty unnecessary. It should just be a party for the suburban comics once a year. Like Laugh Factory.
Yeah.
Laugh Factory holiday parties
Mm-hmm.
for Chicago, you know, everybody that's tried an open mic that year gets to come and get drunk and puke at the Laugh Factory.
Yeah.
I remember when I first got that Facebook invite, I was like, I'm in.
I'm in. I'm a Chicago comic.
They heard of me.
People here know me.
Heard about McGee's.
Yeah. And then you
Yeah,
get
he's
there
nice
and you
guy.
for real see like a woman that hasn't done stand up in 3 years.
Who's
They just
booked
want
every
free
weekend
alcohol.
and go, hey, right out. Edit that out. Okay.
She makes like an emotional Facebook post of like, I did 10 shows this year.
Yeah.
Hello, Hollywood? This is Sandra.
I bombed on all of them. That's my contribution.
Man.
But see, you understood there was a riff going on. You were like, I'll add.
Yeah.
That's what these normal retards don't understand. Are we blurring out retarded in this show?
I think
I think so,
being
right?
monetized on YouTube, we're not allowed to
Okay.
say the R word or the F word.
Good. So
Any
we
slur?
picked those out.
So I'm just blipping those out.
Well, the good news is I just said the
Practice.
N one. So
Yeah.
if you hear a random pause, understand it's.
I had some
Lots
funny ideas
changed.
for the last one. I'm really excited for you guys to see.
I'm pumped.
I'm pumped.
I'm proud of you. Thank you.
Yeah.
I don't know why you're doing this, but thank you.
I hold this shit like a rapper now.
Can we do Durag podcast at one point? We're all Durags.
Yes.
Let's do that.
We should.
I'm down. Guys, can we do 2 truths and a lie?
All right, go. What do you got?
You guys ever do that growing up? I'll do it right now.
Can you speak even remotely in the microphone?
Okay. 2 truths and a lie. I have had gay sex.
That's true.
I have 1 dog at home. I have more than 5 black friends.
So when did you realize you were funny?
Yes.
I think the lie is the gay sex. Well, no, wait.
I give you a hand
You
job.
give a guy a hand job. That's
Yes.
gay sex.
That
When
counts.
did you give a guy a hand? Oh.
That counts.
Yeah,
that counts.
Story.
I
That's
did it.
tough.
I would like to do that like in like a corporate like when I graduate.
Jerk
Give
someone
a
off.
hand job.
No.
I would love to do that in like a
Those.
corporate setting.
I'd like to get paid for my passions one day.
Because no one cause you only do true truths and a lie for like 5th grade. You never do it like
That'd be
when
a
you're
fun
older.
job interview question.
Exactly.
Mm.
And you just that's the icebreaker.
Mm-hmm.
Is you just go, I have 5
2
black
truths and a
friends.
lie, and you just admit to 3 different crimes,
Yeah.
and then walk out of the interview,
Yeah.
and then give the interviewer a hand job.
I wasn't lying about this. Yeah. I'd like that. Be down.
What do you guys do for Easter?
Fucking had a brunch with my grandparents at the retirement home, and then I helped my sister move.
Beautiful.
It was really a shitty day.
It just sucked.
It was just shitty obligation after shitty obligation. No, it was nice to see my grandparents and all that. You know.
Zach, what did you do? Piss on a crucifix or something?
I went to brunch.
With
JOT and the Mossinator.
Mossinator. Yo,
And
shout
Grace
out to
Baylor.
Mossinator, dude.
Yes.
Lily Mossman,
Mossinator.
I know you want to be affiliated with this podcast.
My wife, yes, Mossinator. It was pretty fun. Yeah.
What'd you get to eat?
I had the same meal 3 times yesterday. Eggs with hash browns,
Yeah, it was a great meal.
and
It's a great meal.
yeah, it was good. I had a fun time. And I was gonna see a lady, and she said that she has an assignment due at midnight,
Tough.
which hopefully that's true. If not, I'm gonna kill myself. And then I went and saw Sauteed. It was a wonderful evening.
Nice.
Nice.
Brought in the Holy Spirit, the Holy Trinity.
I went by my dad's family. And then I went to Sauteed.
Nice.
Dad's family.
What's your dad's family like?
Large, both in numbers and size, but fun.
Good.
It's like low-key my favorite crew. They're also all big comedy fans, so I get there and they just ask me about stuff they've seen recently, but not in like a cringe, like in a
Yeah,
very
yeah.
cool way. It's very
Yeah.
nice.
That's like,
That's good. I don't have that at all on any side.
They'll just be like, "Oh, I saw you run a roast battle with Jeff Ross. That's so cool." And then they'll start talking about like Comedy Central roast, and I'm like, "This is
Yeah.
a great conversation."
Yeah, that's fun. Yeah.
yeah, my girlfriend's family brings up comedy. It's like, they're like, it's just like Sebastian Maniscalco. Oh, he's
Yeah.
funny. Or like they put, kind of like without saying it, saying like, be more like that.
Yeah.
My sister's fiance, they're big. I mean, the big present for his fiance was tickets to Bert Kreischer, and I was like,
Oh,
it did it in front of me.
dude.
It was. I just felt weird. I was like, see any huge comedian, I don't care.
Yeah, but Bert's not like a Matt Rife. Not that even
No.
that Matt Rife is that bad.
I
but
think
like,
I think he's really bad.
Dude, I'm like,
Like-
anyone I know, or overhear anyone being like, yeah, Bert Kreischer.
Yeah, I don't respect
I'm
him
like,
at all.
obviously, just like you.
I low-key disagree.
Yeah.
I don't think he's a great. He's not one of my favorites, but I get why people like it.
I mean, maybe like I've seen like earlier stuff, but some of the stuff recently has been fucking horrible.
I mean, I get why people like it, but
Yeah.
To be fair, I also don't watch that much.
Yeah.
Like, I don't watch Bert Kreischer. I really, in comedy, am kind of a snob in that I like who I like and I just watch them.
yeah, same.
Yeah.
I don't really watch comedy.
I feel like the best people are like just it's like cellar people that aren't famous.
Yeah.
Those are the best comedians.
Yes.
And then people who huge people bring on the road.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
people who it's like people
Like-
who are too big to be funny, but who they bring with them.
Yeah.
Those are the best people. It's very
Yeah.
I don't know. There's
Losers.
a certain there's a certain point where I just
Pathetic
think you can't be
losers
funny.
who can't stand on their own 2 feet. That's funny.
The only like young comics that I will watch, and not even that young. Like, I'll watch Ralph, and then I'll watch Josh Johnson. Any like new
That
Josh
guy's-
Johnson clip that
Yeah,
comes out, I
yeah.
will watch
That
that.
guy pumps out so much stuff. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
He's like a vlogger at this point. Where it's
Yeah.
like 3 times
Yeah.
a week he's putting out.
That does rule.
Like an hour.
20 minutes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's nuts.
Man.
What are we at? Alright, 50 minutes.
50 minutes.
Ooh.
Alright.
Last 10 minutes, word association. Come on.
Time to fucking tank this podcast.
Should we rotate one more time so Max can get the desk?
Yeah, Max.
For the last 10 minutes? One more rotation. I knew it was coming. Okay. Max, did you burp into the microphone?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, I got a little
This was
after
off.
shit from you.
So
Oh, into that one?
That was off?
yeah.
You're kidding, right?
I mean, this was down, so we'll see you later.
Oh,
see you later.
No.
Yes.
Are you serious?
Yeah. I just turned this up.
I didn't move it at all when I put it down.
Max had it first.
I didn't check.
All right, good.
This is great.
We are experts at the art of podcasting.
This was a great episode.
This was a good episode.
Fuck! God damn it.
Is this one on? This one's on. Just not reading the cue at all.
Yeah.
Not reading the cue, kind of like Zach's asshole.
That was great.
Wow, I mean, that's not
I'm sorry.
yes,
I'm sorry that happened.
Yeah,
You're one of my best
that's
friends
good.
and I love you. I'm sorry. Alright.
We should just. I mean,
That-
you want to end it? Yeah,
that's
let's end
perfect
it. Let's
ending.
end it. Yeah. That was a good thing.
But what do I know? I
All
just
I
get
knew
fucked in the
is-
ass.
I got molested. All right.
Good. Good.
Zach, I'm so sorry that happened to you.
Zach, I'm so
Yeah.
sorry for